Wouldn't it be amazing to get all the marketing secrets, all the sales techniques and tactics that you need in your business right now? Well, there's a certain part of the year right now that's coming up that basically says exactly what you need can be achieved through one simple rhythmic process that is easy to implement. And I think you should be doing it right now. All the best companies are doing it right now, so don't miss out. Let's go and jump in. I'll show you right now. So we all know how important marketing is, right? It's literally the lifeblood of any good, growing, momentum gaining health and medical business. Now, what we actually do have coming up is a little thing called Christmas and New Year. Now, this tends to come around at the same time every year, and most people tend to not learn the lessons and from their mistakes in previous years. And one of the biggest things that we see happening all the time in health and medical is people tend to slow down right before Christmas on their marketing message, and they slow down on their ability over that Christmas, New Year period to actually do any marketing. And so one of the fundamental errors that people make with marketing straight off the bat is they're not consistent and they're not persistent. You know, we could insert any number of examples here of clients that we've had or colleagues. It's probably you right here, right now as well. I mean, I can put my hand up for this. I've been a culprit of this over the years as well, where we start something new. Let's take social media. We take Facebook, right? Because it's just the lowest hanging fruit to talk about. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, we need to do marketing on social media. And we've heard all these self-named and proclaimed gurus that have no real idea, tell us about all this Facebook stuff that we need to do. And so we jump in and we start frantically posting. We post 25 times today and 25 times tomorrow, and we start analyzing all our data and we start doing all of this work, and all of a sudden momentum drops. 25 posts a day turns into 5. A week later it's down to 1, becomes painful. You start to not know what to say. You feel like you're doubling up. You're not sure about this or that. And then I don't know what to say. I've said this, I've done that, and before you know it, you drop the ball. You don't post for a day, then you'll remember to the following day, then you don't post for 2 days, and before you know it, 2 weeks or 3 weeks have gone past, and this amazing approach about how the world's going to love everything about what you say and do, and you're going to have this amazing business all because of this one little tactic that the person gave you about posting on Facebook, now all of a sudden falls in a heap. Ultimately, at the end of the day, let's not criticize any of the other avenues apart from the fact that you weren't consistent. You didn't stick to the same rhythmic motion that you should have developed in the first place. Most people go too hard and can't sustain that period. It's like if you think about the ocean, it's exactly the same. You'll get a set of 5 or 6 good waves, maybe 8 waves, and then there's a bit of a lull. But you know what? Here comes the next set. And the swell constantly comes in, waves go in, waves go out. You're expecting the next little wave to come in and the swell to come in, then it goes out again. No matter what you do, guess what? Oh, here comes another wave. So there might be little glitches between sets where you might have 6 or 8 waves, and then you might have 20 seconds or 30 seconds of a bit of a lull and the next ones start coming through. But the thing that you know is consistent is there is another wave coming. There's another swell coming. There's another set coming. And you know it, you expect it, and you're waiting for it. And that's how marketing needs to be with your business. People need to know that you're out there consistently and persistently. You need to be able to have loads of lead magnets out there. You've got to be prevalent across all different areas of physical, professional, and digital, the 3 parts of my triangle model for any thriving health and medical business. So you get yourself into a situation where we have to be consistent. We have to be like the waves of the ocean. We know the tide's coming in, we know the tide's coming out. So if you think about your marketing message right now, is it actually consistent? Do you have a set schedule? Not of, Oh, yeah, no, I did. I shared something or other today. That's not consistent marketing. That's just on the spot, reactive to something you saw that just happened to be topical. What's consistent marketing? Well, consistent marketing is where you actually set down time on your diary. We do it every month. We show with some of our models and our content twisters, etc., with our clients how to do this. And literally in under an hour, once a month, we actually get our marketing done. So within that hour, we actually have all of our marketing done and taken care of. Now, granted, there might be a little bit of extra work if we're going to go out and do big videos and big online courses and podcasts, etc. But for the majority of our basis of marketing and the consistent approach, we have it set up so that across all our mediums, whether it's emails, whether it's blogs, whether it's Facebook pages, different groups that we operate, LinkedIn, Instagram, etc. Like all of these things happen consistently on the same days and the same times based on what we know and our marketing team know about what's best for our business. And we keep testing and measuring and we keep tuning that around. But the message that we put forward that we know that we need to be engaged with is that we need to be consistent in our marketing. We know exactly on a big Google sheet. It's a big Google sheet that about 8 of our team members all have access to. We know what was posted or what is going to be posted on what day, what time. We know which days every part of this is going to be drip fed out for the next month. So in under an hour, we can actually provide the content, do the copy, set up some of the photos, get our graphics team to know what they're doing, get our content writers to get their stuff together, get our videographers organized. And so we know exactly what's happening and we can go and then get that copy written, get that content done. And our team can pull it all together, make it all happen. And within the next few hours after that, we're going to be able to have all of that scheduled and set out for the next month. And so what we do there is we have a consistent pattern, all right? It may not be at exactly 3:20 every day. We know from our numbers that sometimes it needs to be at 2:47 p.m. Other times it might be 4:12 p.m. So there's always little differences, just like the ocean. It's not always exactly the same wave in the exact same pattern. There's slight differences in whether the wave's a bit fuller, whether there's two of them that are close together that double up close to shore. Just like our marketing is, there's different nuances and variances, and that's the tricks that we have behind the scenes. But the fundamental thing always stays the same. There is a consistent message and a consistent rhythm of what's going to be occurring, when and where. Now, the great thing about this is that it's a very simple model to follow. It's very easy to implement. It means that everyone pulls together on the same sort of arrowhead and all pushing in the same direction. We get better cut through, but we have a consistent message to all of our clients, to all of our prospects. And that's what people expect. The amount of times where I haven't released a podcast on, say, Wednesday, and someone has actually, emailed and said, hey, did I miss something or is something wrong? I didn't get the podcast yesterday. These things do actually happen where people are actually expecting it. People actually have on their diaries time when they want to go through our content, learn from us on certain days or certain times of the week. They might be traveling between one clinic and another clinic and they've got 20 minutes. They want to be able to grab, 2 10-minute podcasts of mine, for instance. And all of a sudden, yesterday's podcast isn't there. Jace, what's going on? And people actually are in that situation. We've had it numerous times in our clinic where we've had recipes of the week and we've had clients reach out and say, I didn't get yesterday's email. Was it released? And we were like, actually it wasn't. So people come to expect it. And this is all about creating client engagement. It's all about client experience. And it's about authority. It's about what we have to be consistent with. People expect it and we move forward. So your marketing message needs to have that consistency and persistence. But it also means you don't get caught going out and doing your 25 posts a day on Facebook because that guru just happened to tell us to do that, etc. Because if it's not the right approach and it's not something you can maintain, then I wouldn't start it in the first place. Now, if you take that as a basis of what you need right now to get marketing success in your business, we also have Christmas coming up and New Year. And we also have a lot of businesses in allied health that are going to close down for maybe just the 3 or 4 days between public holidays over Christmas, New Year. Some people are going to close for a week. Some people are going to close for 2 or 2.5 weeks. We've got clients that are literally going, hey, you know what? All 4 of us are going away for 2.5 weeks and closing down. Awesome, great. There's no rights, there's no wrongs. It's up to you with how you want to run it. Other businesses of mine, private clinic-wise, they're only going to be closed on the public holidays, and we're going to have, out of like 16 team members, there's going to be like 5 team members that are still going to be working on all the days bar the public holidays. So there's no rights and wrongs, but what is in place regarding the marketing is consistency. So we've actually got that planned and done and scheduled. So yes, we're not going to put out some type of silly lead magnet on Christmas Day because no one's worried about that and engaging. But we have been very careful and cryptic about it, but also very strategic. So it means that people will still get their recipes. They will still get the podcast. They will still get all of these avenues in place, because one thing we know for sure, and it's proven so many times over and over again, is the fact that just because someone might have been between clinics listening to a podcast and they're now not working, so therefore the assumption is they won't listen, we actually know the opposite is true. It's when people have the most amount of downtime, chilling out with family between big meals, reading books, doing planning, reviewing the year, what are we doing next, what do I need to learn, how do I do this next, lying on the beach, etc., that people are actually going to engage and do engage at a much higher level than what they normally would. So if you don't have a consistent marketing approach during your downtime, your close time, if you don't have it set up so they can get access to the information and the lead magnets that they're wanting, and you don't have it set up with your active campaigns and MailChimps, and you don't have it set up with bots and automations, etc., then you're going to be chasing your tail. Or worse still, if you don't have it set up, people actually get frustrated. People actually want you to be able to provide things when you're closed. And you need to be able to meet the market. You need to be able to meet them with their demands when they actually want it. And that's crucial. So if you're not getting your marketing right, first of all, the consistency, that's the first one. But secondly, you've got time now to quickly get that all together and make sure it's done carefully and make sure it's done in the right way so that you're still getting consistent marketing. You're still going to be the leaders and the authority voice out there that people want to see, learn from, engage with, etc. And this will guarantee to start you off into a stronger point at the start of the new year. It's the same approach you need to take with school holidays. You need to take with Easter and other public holiday long weekends. It's super important to get that consistency right, use the right model, get all that planned out because people expect it, and you need to have your marketing meet the marketplace. Go and get it done. Invest the time. If I can help out or you need more info, hit me up. More than happy to help out where I can. I'll talk to you again very soon. Hey guys, thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Profitable Practice Podcast. I would love nothing more than for you to be able to leave a review. I get so much joy out of listening and reading the amazing things that you guys say about this. So please subscribe to our channel, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Let's get some more fantastic information out there so all of us can grow the industry together. Cheers for now.